Okay, so I've kind of dressed my onions a little bit. And right now we're going to cut the onions into very thick slices. And these are going to be used to line the bottom of the Instant Pot so that the brisket, which we're going to be cooking, can sit on top, and basically it will be protected. So you can see I've got some pretty nice thick slices there. And then the Instant Pot is here, and you can see we don't have a trivet in, but what I'm going to do is place the onions in the bottom, and I'll show you this in a minute once I get them all in. And basically they're just going to stop it from burning on the bottom. And so there's what it looks like. Sorry, the lights went out. It's an automatic light. Come on, Mr. Light, come on. Okay, so that's what it looks like inside my pot right now. Okay, and I'll put that pot back in here. And then Georgina's going to come up and have a look at our meat and see what she would like for slicing. So just to let you know, this is what we've got for our brisket tonight. It's 1.83 pounds. Cost us $14.62 this week in the store. And now I think you can see me here working on the brisket. I'm going to move it that way just a little bit. And we figure that it should be cut in thirds. Okay, so that's a third. This is hard cutting because it's not frozen, but it's doing quite well. I mean, this is a sharp knife, and I really don't want to get cut. So it's you can see how I've not dragged my way through there, but I've certainly cut my way through there. And yeah, so now we have it in thirds. Georgina, what would you like next? So now we've decided that we're going to put pepper on. So this is ground pepper. So that's a pepper. And we're going to put a little bit of free salt. It is not free, we pay for it. Just as a joke, but that's a little bit of salt. And then we're going to turn it over and do the other side. Okay, so here I am turning them over. And I'm going to grind this side with the pepper. Okay, and a little bit more salt, which is salt-free salt. Now, Georgina and I do not have salt in our diet as a rule. Okay, so now in the pot, George? Yeah. Up into the pot and lay it in on top of the onions. And I will let you have a see as to how these landed in a minute. And I'm just going to pull the pot out. Let you have a look in. I'm not happy with that. I'll have to pull this one this way and that one around, but there it is now in the pot, ready to go. And we're going to put a little bit of broth. Is that right, Georgina?
No, we have to mix the sauce up to smear on the meat.
Okay, we have to mix the sauce up to smear on the meat, she says. So we'll be back. We'll tell you what it is. We're back. So in this little cup thing here, I'm now mixing up kind of like a sauce. And what's in here so far is 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now I'm going to add, how much garlic was it, George?
Let's see what 2 looks like.
Well, it looked like 2 teaspoons.
You know, to our taste is usually more.
Yeah, we usually like a little more. How about we do 3?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay. So then we're going to add 1/2 cup of water. Okay, and we stir. Okay, so you can see what we're getting here for kind of a little sauce. So it's tomato paste, water, and garlic that was chopped. Okay, so then what's next, Georgina?
You need to smear that over. Let me smear it over the top and then we'll get a shot.
Okay, we'll come back. Okay, so we have added a few more white onions that we had handy, and we've added our tomato paste. And so now we're pretty much ready to close up. I think that we still need to put some kind of fluid in, and I will talk to you about that in a minute.
So here's what was left of the tomato paste mixture that didn't spread over the slices of brisket. And so I've mixed that up with 1/2 cup of water and 1.5 teaspoons of powdered salt-free beef broth powder. And what I'm just going to do is pour that down the side of the pot so that we don't get the dreaded burn notice while we're heating up. So we're going through for a 35-minute steam with a 15-minute natural release, and then we'll release it after that.
So I chopped up some, what is it, George? Parsnips. And we managed to collect 4 ends while we were doing it that are all growing. So we're going to add these to our little garden. But yeah, parsnips we're going to cook separately from the pot. As you can see, the pot is on. We're now sealed. You can see the little poppet is up. And yeah, we're into about a 35-minute cook. Back soon.
There's what the brisket looks like after we pulled it out of the Instant Pot. That was a 35-minute steam and a natural release for 15 minutes. We're going to rest it for 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to take what's in the pot here, which is a lovely mixture of the sauce and the broth that we put in and the onions, and I'll puree that with the immersion blender, and that's going to become our gravy. I'm also going to use a cornstarch slurry on it. I just wanted to show you what the gravy looked like in the pot. Those were the sliced onions that were put underneath the slices of brisket before they were put in the Instant Pot. And it's got a tablespoon of prepared mustard and about a tablespoon of grainy mustard, and a little bit of a cornstarch slurry, and then also just about a teaspoon of brown sugar to take the edge off of the tomato paste that was in there. So that's looking just lovely. We'll be plating this up as soon as the brisket is rested, and you'll be able to see what dinner looks like tonight. Thank you for watching us. We're glad to have you with us.